ये देखो बहुत अच्छा है लो।
Okay, beta. Last day for revision today. This week was given. Today we'll start doing the last topic, that is revision of diagrams. Diagram based questions we are going to take up very quickly. From Monday, we'll start with a new chapter. These are all the first unit. You have not done the first unit because mainly we have application based questions these days. So let's practice this for last day today. Here we start with evolution. Okay. See, read the questions, label A and B. A is already given to you. What is B? Who performed this experiment? What did he want to prove? Hurry up, bache. Just go through the first and the second diagram and let us discuss the questions. You may come across such question anytime in your board exams. And if you have done it once, it will take you 30 seconds to perform. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, bachas. Should we discuss? Okay. A is what? We had discussed the gases now inside. Who performed this experiment? Anyone?
Urey and Miller.
Very good. Urey and Miller. And what did he want to prove? He wanted to prove that organic molecules can be produced from inorganic stuff. That is what he was trying to prove. What is this picture representing? Okay. What is this representing? Which kind of mammals are these? Placental mammals. And these are Australian mammals. Beta, identify the names. They may ask you which category of mammals they are. Mole is given, antlers, mouse, lemurs. They are all placental mammals. And keep in mind that all these ones, okay, see their names. They are which kind of mammals? They are Australian marsupials. So we may come across this type of a question as well. We don't expect such questions to come. That is why. Okay, see this. Third question. See it carefully. Tell me the answer. Yes, Bachcha. Who will give the answer?
Similar, but function is different.
Yes, beta. Anyone else? Only one child is going to answer. What similarity do you find among the four organisms as their forelimbs are concerned? Man, cheetah, whale, and bat. What is the similarity?
Structures are same, but functions are different.
Yes. So we are going to answer on the basis of homologous and analogous. Rather than asking you simply the definition, this is one way of asking the question. This question I had already discussed with you when I did this, and the lower ones also I'm coming to you. First, 7.4. Okay, adaptive radiation of marsupials. What does it mean? And one more example of adaptive radiation. The example is just below only. Now tell me, what is adaptive radiation? Who will answer? I had explained word by word to you what does the word adaptive mean and what does the word radiation mean. Radiation spread all over. So it's something which is going to spread all over. So one person and spreading all over. Now who will tell me in short, very layman language, very common language, what does adaptive radiation mean? Adaptive. See, radiation means the parent was one and offsprings are of very different kinds. And why has this happened? This has happened because of adaptation. They have adapted to the environment for survival. This is what we call as adaptive radiation. Okay. This figure shows you what? Marsupials of which place? Marsupials of where, beta? India? Pakistan? Where? Class 12th, I've never seen such a mute batch in my life. Something written on your screen and you're not answering. This is Australia, beta. Okay, move on to this one. 7.5. This is Darwin's observation in Galapagos Island. What did he observe? Now tell me who will answer this. Galapagos Island, what did he observe? See, then let's discuss the answer so that there's a revision of at least what you've done.
Ma'am, 7.5 diagram.
Yes, beta, you're saying something?
Ma'am, we have 2.5 question.
Yes, beta, we are going to discuss the fifth question only. You have to just see the diagrams and then we'll discuss the fifth one. Darwin's finches, which island? Galapagos Island. Originally, the parents were? Originally, the
dating.
parents seed dating. Very good. And then the beak design kept on changing because of what change? Because of what habits had changed?
Eating.
Yes,
Eating
eating
habits.
habits. They started eating insects and then gradually they became first insectivorous and then carnivorous. See this. These kind of questions are also asked in exams. Nowadays, we have very different pattern data. So we need to go through this. This diagram shows the type of natural selection. Study the diagram and tell me the types. This was also there in the one we had discussed. Anyone remembers this? And let's talk about the seventh one also. This when we had shared the notes. That is why I always refer to students to use all-in-one. Because as it is, the diagrams are picked from all-in-one in the board exams and questions are asked. So if you're using the same book, you're able to relate things very soon. First, sixth or seventh? Hanji, anybody who can answer the sixth one? Can we discuss? Do you remember? Anyone remembers anything? Okay, I'll explain. You tell me the seventh one. No issues. I'll explain the sixth one. You tell me the seventh one. I think seventh is easy, beta. What have you observed in the seventh one? What are these diagrams telling you in the seventh one? Just explain what is happening. Even if you don't remember the process name and all, it's okay, absolutely okay. What is happening?
There's a gradual change in
Very good, very good. And why this change is coming? Why did the snake of giraffes change?
Because of the height of the trees increasing.
available at
The food was not available. That is what we had discussed. That the food was not available on the lower areas. So one more thing, beta, did it happen all of a sudden, or did it happen gradually?
Gradually.
Gradually. That is why they have shown you so many giraffes. Otherwise, they would have shown you one giraffe with a smaller neck, and then they would have immediately showed you the second giraffe with a very long neck. How many giraffes are there? They're showing you different stages, trying to tell you that this did not happen all of a sudden. How many giraffes they have shown? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count.
5.
5 are there. Why are 5 giraffes shown?
They're showing a gradual change.
Yes, very good. Okay. Now see this. They're showing that this is a gradual change. Adaptation changes whenever we have, they're always gradual. They're always gradual. It does not happen in one day. You take how many years it must be taking? 5, 10, hundreds or thousands?
1000.
Yes, beta. It takes thousands of years for such a kind of change. Okay. Now let's move on to the sixth one. Did anyone? Yes. Would anyone like to try answering this question? Little bit if you remember. Yes, try. Okay, what is the first graph trying to tell you? Read. Natural selection. What is it showing you? Natural selection. How nature selects the ones which are fittest. That is what it is trying to tell you. Yes, conserved, eliminated, and this is the mean. Eliminated is very less, and conserved area is more. The conserved organisms are more. So the rate of natural selection or the number of natural selection is high or low? See? The ones which have become extinct, if you see here, let me show you. These shaded areas that you see, which are these shaded areas, they are actually eliminated species. And these are the conserved species. This shows the environmental conditions are suitable and most of the species are conserved over here. First stage. See, conserved by selection. And we are getting a high graph, broad and high graph over here. Let's come to this. Half of them are eliminated and half of them are conserved. So this is at risk. That means environmental conditions are not suitable. There'll be a competition. So these are automatically eliminated over here. Mean is shifting towards the right. Survival chances low. Come to this, almost same over here. The number of eliminated and the number of conserved. The number of eliminated and conserved are same. So we are getting two hills which are almost the same. The mean of both of the eliminated and conserved is coming to be the same. Equal number of representation. Now guess what does this diagram explain? This is not given in any of the books. If your concepts are clear, you may get and understand. Okay, try. Very interesting one.
Ma'am, white winged moth and dark winged.
Okay, there is an adaptation which is happening. In the first figure, if you see, all of them were same. Can you see? All of them were same. And then some of them, some changes have come and they have given rise to new ones. This is speciation. Okay, adaptive radiation, speciation. This shows you basically a cross between a green and a brown one. So you're getting both the types of offsprings. If both the parents are same, the offsprings are going to same. However, if you see minor, there is one gene which is representing, can you see this over here? This, if there's one green part over here, only one, the entire body is brown, we may get 75%. 3:1 ratio, you must have done in Mendel's laws. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Something related to Mendel, you'll be able to answer easily once I've done that chapter as well with you. Mendel's laws. What is this happening? One of them here. What is this term called as? Tell me very quickly. We have done this term. One organism gets separated from all the others, and then the offsprings it produces do not interact with the organisms which it earlier lived with, and we get a new species. Who will tell me the clue? It starts with G. Tell me. Yes, it starts with G. There are two words. First is G and second is I. At least now answer. Geographical isolation. What? Hmm? Yes. See, they were all living in one geographical area, then one of them went out, and they have drawn this line to tell you that this is isolated from the others now. It has come to an island. Okay, geographical isolation. And then the offsprings which have been produced are exactly like this one, nothing to do with this. This is geographical isolation. This is about human health and disease. We have not done this. Microbes in human welfare, we have not done. Now come to biotechnology. Okay, first question. So many times we've been taking up questions from here. Today is the last day for revision. Monday, we're going to start with a new chapter. Chaliye bacha, try this one.
Ma'am, A is restriction enzyme.
If anybody would like to try, let me know. Otherwise, I'll discuss.
Ma'am, A is restriction enzyme and B is DNA ligase.
Beta, see what is she saying? A is, speak again.
Restriction enzyme.
Restriction enzyme. And B is
DNA
ligase.
ligase.
Okay, let us see if she's right. See, we had this original strand over here, and this has been cut. Who is cutting? A. So this is without,
Endonucleases.
yes, endonucleases. And what are these cut ends called? See, ligase does the work of joining, but it is nowhere shown that it is joined beta. So
Yes.
what is B? What are these
It's
ends
sticky
called?
end.
Yes, they are sticky ends. The place where they get separated, these are sticky ends. Ligase, bacha, if we would have had a third step, which would show that they've again binded together, then we would have used it as ligase. But here, these two are sticky ends. Keep taking more and more practice of what you can. This is electrophoresis. See it? Let's discuss. And then third PBR 322. You remember gel electrophoresis? Particles being separated on the basis of the size. Anji, bache, quickly go through the diagram, then we'll discuss. Okay. Anji Bacha, why is this needed? In molecular genetics, we've already discussed to separate the fragments on the basis of their size. What principle works on this? We had made one positive electrode, one negative electrode. Okay, what principle is this? That positive gets attracted towards?
Negative.
Yes. That is why we have connected to a power supply. We made a cathode and we made an anode. And DNA segments are what charged? What charge does DNA have? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Very good. So it will move towards the positive. So the first part is why is it needed? It is needed to separate the DNA fragments after the endonucleases have cut them. And it works on the difference in size. What is the principle behind? The principle is that we have DNA as negatively charged, so it will move towards a positive. That is positive, and negative charges are going to attract. This is a plasmid. I hope you know the name PBr322. Let's discuss the questions. Very good. Just see it, third one, bachas. So many times we have discussed this PBr322. This shows any type of question if I pick up beta. You must have seen we always get a question from PBr322. This shows how significant it is. Observed beta. Okay, let us discuss this question quickly. Okay, let's do this. If you want to cut this gene, then what will you require? Which kind of enzymes?
Restriction enzymes.
Yes, very good. Okay, if you cut it here, they are asking you at which point? TET locus. This is STL, this is RIH1. TST is here, if I'm not wrong, this one. If you cut it here, then what will happen? It will lose its resistance towards which antibiotic? Tetra?
Tetracycline. Tetracycline.
Good. Very good. This I don't think you have done. This we have done. Can you identify, name the instrument?
Bioreactor.
Very good. It is bioreactor. Giving you 1 minute, try and guess what is ABCD you have to label. See, when you see the maximum questions from every different place available, you will be very confident of answering them better quickly. Bioreactors. I'll be asking you the names of ABCD. Let's see how many you are able to answer. Rest, I'll help you. Okay, name A, children.
Motor.
Very good. This is the motor. What is B?
Acid or base, pH to pH control.
Yes, very good. This is your pH control. Excellent. What is C? These are the flat blades. What are these? Flat plates. And what is D? What is D over here? See, the arrows are going outside. Sterile air outlet. This is which outlet? Sterile air outlet. The air will go out from here. So this is sterile air. This causes bubbles, you know about it. We have a timer also on this. Okay. What is this instrument used for? And explain the principle. See, this was simple state tag type of bioreactor. Understand the difference between. This was what? Simple stirred type. The lower one is sparge stirred type. Okay. This lower one is a sparge stirred type. Just see it. Let's talk about this sparged one. Simple and sparged. In this, we are going to have air bubbles if you see. Just see and let's have the discussion of this. Yes, sparged type. What kind of a bioreactor is this, beta? Sparged. This is special because in this oxygen availability is also there, no? And then air bubbles are made. So these sterile air bubbles, they are only sparged. So this is, the earlier one has a curved base, very easy to identify. The one which has a curved base is, which one? Simple stir tank bioreactor. Let me show you this, how to identify them. See, there are one features I'll show you, which if the base is curved, it is a simple one. And if you can see flat base and air bubbles, then it is a sparge type. Flat bubbles and air type. Okay, let's do this. Biotechnology applications, very many times I have done this question with you, insulin. Revise, give the answer. Just 1 more minute and then I'll discuss the answer. Yes, should we discuss how insulin is produced? I hope everybody knows about it. Traditionally from cattle, and then we had allergy, and now artificially. What was the problem initially felt when insulin was produced using rDNA technology? What is the problem? That normal insulin, mature insulin has 2 strands, and this was combined in 3 strands. So how was this problem solved? By separating which one? C?
C-peptide chain.
Yes, the C peptide chain. Good. I think you must have felt now, if you're regular, that same questions, same topics on which questions are asked. Better this also I've done many times with you. If you'll observe the diagram carefully, you'll be surely able to answer. Just observe the second 12.2. Ready with the answer? Anyone? Anyone would answer?
Ma'am, is it gene therapy?
Yes, beta, we had talked about a disease, 5-year-old girl. Yes, you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit that you all remember. Anything that you remember a little bit. What deficiency was she born with?
ADA deficiency.
Yes, ADA deficiency. So there were 2 ways. Either we could have a bone marrow being transplanted again and again after few months, which was a very tedious process, risky and expensive as well. And the other was to insert the gene during this. Only precaution to be taken is that this has to be done at an early stage. That is the only thing we had done. Gene therapy. Very good. It's gene therapy. Okay. ADA deficiency, gene therapy. That is why they have shown you babies. So that if it's done at an early stage, it's always successful. Okay. See, you will never even think that you're going to have questions on these kind of figures. See this first and second, let's discuss.